Alrighty then, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 691, again, Burnout, take 2. There's Stanley, 2 walks, and it's raining, so now we have a wet dog in the house. Alright, burnout. And, to continue with my joke from yesterday, when I was in high school, burnout's for people who smoked weed. Alright, now as an author, burnout means something completely different. It means you're spent. You're creatively empty. Your creative well is not full. It means you don't feel like doing anything. Could be depression. Could be a lot of things that take you away from doing your primary duty as an author, which is writing new books. You might not want to market. You might not want to advertise. You might not want to handle the business side. Okay, it's okay not to like some of that stuff. But where you physically can't do it just because you can't, that's burnout. And sometimes burnout is obvious, like you're completely exhausted, you can't even get out of bed. And sometimes it's subtle, like you spend just a little too long browsing Facebook, and then all of a sudden, hey, it's noon, I'll eat lunch, and then I'll watch some movies, and all of a sudden you haven't done anything with your business that whole day, a whole day. And then you put pressure on yourself, oh my God, I didn't produce anything. And now it makes you feel even worse. Burnout. Think about what you can do to not make yourself feel worse. So what's the pain of maintaining forward momentum? If you keep having to dig and push and drive, pretty soon your body's going to tell you, shut down. It's because it's going to do it for you if you don't do it yourself. So this is where you need to meter and gauge yourself and pace yourself. Like, if you're thinking, hey, I'm writing 8 books a year, I'm making $100,000. What if I wrote 12 books a year? Hey, that might lead to burnout. Now, if you can write 12 books in the time it took you to write 8 books, that's efficiency, and that's good business. So, yeah, write 12 books if it takes you the same effort as 8 books that you can do consistently. But if it takes 4 books more worth of effort, and you're putting that on top of everything else that's already put you at the edge, guess what's going to happen? You may get 12 books once, but you're not going to get it a second time. You're going to have a lot of problems. And your body is going to tell you that you're making it suffer. Sometimes you have to just pace yourself and understand what you're doing to your body and your mind. Because if you shut down, guess what? The money makers don't run. Got to keep the money makers operating. And the only way you can do that is you pace yourself. If you're always given 100%, guess what you got when you have to dig deep? It's like, hey, term paper's due tomorrow. Okay, the book is due tomorrow. If you've already been running 100%, guess what you've got left? You have nothing left in the tank to surge. I'm going to pull an all-nighter and get this done. What's that mean? What's that mean for tomorrow? Because your schedule probably doesn't have you off tomorrow. You're probably working every day. Friday, hey, only 2 more work days till Monday. That's what I look at it. So, pace yourself. I tell people, what is your daily word count? Is it 2,000? Well, if you don't get 2,000 a day, well, you can get 2,000 tomorrow. You can average 14,000 in a week if you get 2,000 a day, so you don't have to worry that you didn't get 2,000 today. But what happens when you keep getting 10,000? That's your body telling you 10,000 might be the right goal for you and something that you can maintain without stressing yourself. You can't always run at 100%. Some people do. I've paid for it. I am paying for it now. Still running at 100% because I don't know any other way to live. But don't be like me. Exhaustion. Distractions. You find other things to do. Well, just recently, we found streaming because we now have Starlink, and Starlink is righteous where we live at 65 degrees north latitude. And now streaming, oh my God, anything and everything. It's rude. So, yes, this is how you people in lower 48. No wonder I thought you were all slackers, because you had streaming, and we didn't. So, anyway, now I'm streaming, so I'll watch one series for like 6 or 8 hours straight. Sure, I'll write a little bit, but it's not my best stuff. Burnout. Understand where you are. Understand what it takes to keep you moving forward, because this is your business. Even if it's not your full-time job, when you sit down to write, you need to write. You need to be able to write. And this is the clincher. You need to be able to write. You can't always dive in and say, I'm writing, and push and grind. Sometimes it's a grind, and that's okay, because sometimes you need to dig deep. So if you've been running 90%, there's a time or two that you might need to get that extra 10% to 100. That's okay. But if you're running at 100, where's the well? How deep can you dig before there's nothing left? So you have that haunting feeling of doing nothing when you feel you can do more. You can be more efficient with your time, and efficiency doesn't mean burnout. What is 90%? Okay, maybe you spent an hour on Facebook when you really should have only spent 15 minutes. There's 45 minutes that you can't get back, but you can get it tomorrow by saying, I'm going to meter this and take only this time. Don't force yourself where you're pushing, these distractions. Okay, that's kind of looking towards burnout, where you have a distraction that's taking you away from doing what you need to do, which is write your book. Gauge yourself, pace yourself, and keep it under control to the point where when you hit that 11:30 in the morning, hey, it's lunchtime, you can take lunch instead of saying, hey, let me grab something to eat it at my desk real quick. No. Eating at your desk, I've done it my whole life. Don't do that. Now I eat it while streaming because, hey, we have streaming now, and I see how people, anyway. Don't be like me. Don't eat while streaming. Okay, eat while streaming. That's cool. Sit there, hang out, watch a movie, and then watch the next episode, and all of a sudden 3 hours are gone. That's okay. I'm at the point in my life where I'm not doing it. I'm not grinding like I would have before. I'll do what I can do. All right, burnout. Recognize it. Sometimes it's very obvious, as in your body tells you, and other times it's subtle. Look for when you're you're using distractions to take you away from what you're doing. You have other things that you would rather do rather than write because now writing has become painful. That's burnout. Step back, re-energize, find what will energize you, and then dive back into it. Okay, this episode ran really long. Sorry about that. It's a redo from yesterday, and hopefully it's helped. Understand the signs, take action, and take care of yourself. Peace, fellow humans. And avoid streaming. Don't be a burnout streamer.